Here we are, the Isle of Nauts. What does it do? Respond to the summons. Bang bracelets? Two-handed mace. That seems like that would go on that other guy. Bro, what? Natives are tier for D. Suspicious, hostile, and imperialists.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Buddy. I need this shit to be more responsive. Oh. Overgrown village dev. Holy. Why? That is so much stuff. I feel like we should probably go do this part first.
The council is expecting us, and I'd rather not keep them waiting.
I'm not keeping them waiting, bro. I'm just gathering mats, man.
Enter through here. The Council of Admirals awaits you.
Oh shit.
Ah, welcome home, Alvida, and welcome to you traveling with her.
Yugxantis is delighted to have you here.
However, Alvida, you haven't been summoned here just to exchange pleasantries. Rather, we would like to understand how you got here.
Well, we had to leave the Tynean coast quickly. We had no choice but to take a fisherman's skiff. It's small, but strong. I thought I'd head straight for Yugxantis, and that's what I did. I know the stars and the currents like the back of my hand, so I had no trouble finding my way back to our island.
You made it through the Serpent's fans in this nutshell, without losing a passenger.
That's right. My companions can confirm that we didn't lose anyone at sea.
Although it's unfortunate that you had to borrow this vessel, you've accomplished quite a feat in sailing it all the way here.
No one has managed to sail through the Fangs in such a small boat in over 100 years.
It seems only logical to me that we should nominate our Nauts sister Alvida for the title of captain, so that she might have a decent ship at last.
I second this proposal. Let's give her a ship.
I also support this proposal. She shall have her ship.
Very well. I am recording our Nauts sister Alvida in the register as a new captain.
You'll be able to return to the sea soon, Alvida. As soon as we can get you a ship. In the meantime, you'll have to add to your tattoos. You know where to go. We've already informed the Ink Mistress. Your friends can go with you, or they can wait for you at the inn. Remember that on this island, as when at sea, you are responsible for your guests, since they aren't Nauts.
The council has ruled and adjourned. Away.
Okie dokie, they're gonna give her a ship. Okay. Skills. I can, yeah, I probably can backfill, upgrade stuff, yeah. Another thing that they don't make like super duper obvious. I mean, it's easy enough to find out, but I would be lying if I said that it's like in your face. Increases damage to targets that are afflicted with bleeding. I just fucked up. I don't even have the bleed yet. All right. She's got to go get tatted up. There is gear or loot here. Oh shit. Diplomacy. I already have a diplomacy and mechanism.
You must be happy to see that the Council has acknowledged your talent.
Yes, it's an honor. There's nothing like recognition from your peers. Watch out. That woman coming towards us is Bridge Alliance. What do you want?
Only to speak to you and to warn you.
Warn us or threaten us? My friends have already suffered enough from your...
Please, I am no threat. Let me introduce myself. My name is Saphir. I am an explorer and cartographer, and I'm indeed from the Bridge Alliance. From your reaction, I take it you suffered at the hands of the people of my nation, and for this I am truly sorry. I know that some of my people can be extremely cruel to the natives of Teofridi. However, I am not one of them.
This is literally
Knowledge is
just copy paste
but it is gained through discussion.
the same thing that
Slaughter.
she did. That, like, I don't even remember her name, Aloe Vera or whatever. I don't even remember her name. Like, everything is just like, it's just like immediately recycled. It's not even, they don't even wait. It just immediately gets recycled. Oh my god, they did the same thing with the stolen thing quest lines in the prologue. God damn, bro. This game took so long to be so lazy.
You said you wanted to warn us about something.
There is an emissary from my nation here in Yuxantis, and she's a member of a faction that has a very contemptuous view of those from your island. They believe your people should be enslaved, or worse yet, used for experiments. This emissary isn't alone. There are guards with her. I wanted to warn you to be careful. It's very possible that she means to harm you.
Why have you come to warn us? You don't know us. We're nobody to you.
I'm a traveler. I've met people from many countries and cultures, and I've always enjoyed these encounters. When I met the emissary from the Alliance, I quickly realized which faction she belonged to, though outwardly she appears friendly. They believe themselves to be superior, and this belief leads them to look down on everyone.
The worst part about it
Plague on the Alliance.
is that the devs are aware
Within, convinced they're furthering its cause.
because they make my character ask the question,
What the Alliance represents.
which would mean, why is this scene happening?
And I despise their attitude towards others. That's why I wanted to warn you.
And then LOL walk away, bro. Look. Oh. I'll be honest, right now, nothing feels particularly challenging. So I'm wondering, is there any reason I wouldn't just full send main story?
Welcome, strangers. If you're looking for ore or exotic skins, you've come to the right place. I even having...
Oh, this guy doesn't have any goddamn... He has no items. Oh, there they are. Oh, you only had these. Okay. Don't know why I would need it, but I'm gonna buy it. You never know.
Archibald's potions are the...
Welcome to...
As it currently stands, I've yet to use a single one of these items.
We'll leave.
Good. I can't wait for this day to be over.
Oh, Lord, no. Uncle Ludwig. Here. I don't believe it.
Rudolph, what are you doing here, my boy? Are you a Naut now?
No! Don't you try and act like an uncle to me after what you did to us. Come on, lads, let's get out of here. I don't want to be anywhere near that man. I could lose my temper.
But, Rudolph! I really wonder how the lad ended up here. But he's all right, at least, and he seems to take his work seriously, which is something.
Ludwig, whatever have you done to your nephew to make him reject you like this?
I have no desire to talk about it. Not now, anyway.
Hello? Welcome to my workshop. I'm the Ink Mistress, and before you ask, no, I don't tattoo foreigners.
Hello, mistress. I'm no foreigner. And the council sent me.
Alvida? Everyone's talking about you. Your father must be so proud. Sailing to our island in a skiff. I don't think I've ever recorded such a feat in ink. It will be an honor to mark you, Captain.
Thank you.
Now come over here and sit down. I hope your friends are patient. This is gonna take a while. There. Now everyone can take one look at you, and they'll know who you are and what you've accomplished. Take care of the ink for the next few days. The scars will be sore.
Oh, I know. I remember the last time I was here. Thank you, mistress. Goodbye.
All right. We've leveled again. Bro, I feel like I'm watching the game happen more than I'm actually playing it. Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. Oh, I fucked up.
Savages and traitors to their race!
Sound the alert!
Oh.
broken. Let's stop the one for middle.
This armor's no good anymore!
Flee und Fotografie.
Okay. We're starting to hit pay dirt on difficulty. Let's go on this one with the one shield.
May the shadows crush you!
Yeah, however, this one might just be positioning more so than difficulty, because I was like pretty out of pocket.
Completely ruined!
Is everyone all right?
Drop your weapons. You're under arrest.
Bro, are we serious? This has been the laziest story writing.
Under arrest? For defending ourselves?
So you say. A witness came to tell us about a fight. We ran over and saw you kill those visitors. Just follow us, you lot, and don't make a fuss.
Wait, officer. This group is my responsibility. I've given my word as a captain. They are my guests.
Indeed. That's unfortunate. You should choose your friends more carefully. Round them all up.
Have you forgotten our laws, officer? You can only arrest the person who is responsible. Our guests are free.
These people have committed a serious crime. They murdered these visitors, and...
This may be a tragedy, but it doesn't change our laws. Only the captain will pay for the crime, if it is proven.
All right, then. Take the captain. As for you lot, I hope you realize what you've done.
Wait, where are you taking her?
She'll be held in the Harbor Master's office while she awaits her trial. I'll make sure you are able to speak with her if you wish.
We should go tell the others what happened.
Here they are. Is everything all right? We were told there had been a fight between foreigners. What happened?
News travels quickly around here. We were attacked as we left the workshop with Alvida. A group of armed Alliance men attacked us and we were forced to defend ourselves. They all died. And the guards who arrived just seconds later accused us of murdering them. They wanted to throw us into prison again. The master of the shipyard stepped in, and since we are Alvida's guests, she was the only one of us arrested.
Clautireno le Laiona.
The Alliance doesn't seem to want to leave you in peace.
A woman we met after our meeting with the Admirals warned us. She told us there was an Alliance emissary in Yuxantis, and that they might cause us serious problems.
We can't just stand by and let Alvida rot in jail. I already organized one jailbreak. Why not another?
We'd better go talk to her before we do any such thing.
Fausta's right. This is an island, so we won't be able to escape as easily as we did in Tynea. Alvida knows far better than we do how things work around here. Her advice will be most valuable.
We could try to find the lioness you spoke of, the one who warned us. She undoubtedly knows more than she told us.
Since you don't seem too keen on my idea of an escape plan, we could at least try to find some witnesses who saw what happened.
Ugh. I feel like having 2 chonkers and then 2 supports has worked out, so that might be the play. Rank 5 light. Okay, well, got jumped again. Only to... Bro, get out of this. This is not yours. Also, the fact that, like, switching gear between your people, this is, like, so cumbersome to deal with. Yeah, jumped, win, jump more, scripted loss.
We could go and talk.
Get arrested.
Mistress. We were practically on her doorstep, so she must have seen something.
What do you want? I told you already. I don't tattoo foreigners.
We're looking for witnesses who saw the fight that took place in front of your workshop.
You're not going to kill me too, are you? I didn't see anything. After I finished Alvida's tattoo, I started cleaning my tools. I heard a commotion outside, but I didn't go out there. I'm not a guard, I'm an artist. Please don't hurt me.
We're not here to hurt you. We just want to help our friend Alvida, who's been arrested.
Really? Since the attack, everyone's been saying that the foreigners on the island are just there to cause chaos and to rob and kill us.
Rest assured, that is not our aim.
At any rate, I wasn't lying. I heard noises, yes, but I didn't see anything. I didn't go outside.
What kind of noise? What exactly do you remember?
Let me think. I remember the door closing. I was picking up my tools when I heard someone shouting. Just after that, I could hear fighting. Then things calmed down and I heard the guard arresting someone. You, most likely.
Do you remember what was shouted?
I didn't hear everything. It wasn't very clear. I think I heard the words savage and traitor. And then something about a place?
They did indeed insult us before attacking us. And since you heard the sounds of fighting after that first sentence, it contradicts the testimony that we attacked those people for no reason.
Ooh. Another 65%er. Convince her to testify? She won't. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. Cringe.
I know it's a lot to ask.
Big.
But I need you to repeat what you just told us in front of the council.
Reverse psychology.
To pay for the misdeeds of the foreigners who wanted to settle their score with us.
All right. I'll testify if you call me as a witness. I admire Alvida. She doesn't deserve this.
Big. You know, what do you think all these people
Who wants fish?
are gonna be against me?
Did you see the attack that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's shop?
No, I was in the back. I only saw the tail end of the fight. I saw the guards show up, followed by the master of the shipyard. But the Alliance men were already dead. You killed them all. Now, if you don't want any fish, I'd like to get back to work. Foreigners' affairs don't concern me.
Goodbye.
Find the man who falsely accused you.
Hello? Looking to buy furniture? Hey, I recognize you. You're the captain's friends. The ones who were attacked earlier.
Oh, so he knows we were attacked.
Were you there during the attack? Could you tell us exactly what you saw?
Yes. I'm at my workbench from sunup to sundown, and it happened right on my doorstep. So I saw everything. I heard those foreigners from the Alliance hurling insults, and I saw them attack. All you did was defend yourself. Then the guard came, followed by the master of the shipyard, and they took the captain away. I'm sorry about what happened to you.
Thanks to you, we'll be able to clear our name and free Olvida.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
How so?
I don't have a very good reputation. No one on the council will listen to me. And besides, I don't think Captain Alvida will let me take the stand to defend her. She despises me more than anyone else.
What do you mean?
I don't like to stir up the past, but you should know that I used to be a shipwright. I was respected, and my work was highly praised. Until the accident. It was a terrible accident. Since then, I haven't been allowed to touch a ship. I had to learn a new trade. And here I am in this shabby workshop, tinkering with chairs. My testimony would be worthless.
I understand, but we may have no choice but to call on you.
If you do, I'll be happy to testify to what I saw. But think hard before you call on me. My word could do you more harm than good.
All right, another one.
We'll leave you to your work. Goodbye.
If these people can explain what happened, we should surely be able to get Olvido out of prison.
One of the witnesses is considered unreliable, and the other didn't see anything. It's not much, but it's better than nothing.
This man might be exaggerating his reputation. We should check. Olvida, or the man who spoke up for us, could tell us more.
Hoarding axes, throwing knives, saber.
Blacksmith.
Looking for a sword? Alright.
I can only craft the one-hander. Oh wait, no. Goofy's the one-handed. Level 34 is crazy. Level 16 for this. What's a two-handed axe? It's like one of those things I don't even know if bro can actually use it. What you got, bud? Those are for the defensive ones. That's level 20. Level 20. Yeah, most of these I can't even wear.
I'm sorry, emissary, but all we could do was arrest the Naut who's vouching for the foreigners who murdered your men. The others are free. For now.
I find your look. Well, look who's here. The savage murderous brute we were just talking about. You must know that I won't let you get away with murdering my men. And I won't let this poor captain pay for your crimes either.
Essa quen moi name natrem o lion. Ma clausum dat sies freugum se gante camolto sidi.
Sir, I would like to know if...
I've got nothing to say to you. Because of your savagery, one of our sisters is in jail. Get out of here!
There's no doubt about it. Justice is blind. Talking to these people won't get us anywhere. Let's go find our Naut friend.
That's right. Go and mock the woman who's rotting in prison because of you. See you at your trial.
I know this woman. She's part of Kernaz's band. She hates everything and everyone outside her inner circle. But she's devious, and she'll stop at nothing to get her way.
All these schemes. The people from the continent excel at them.
We should try to learn more about this woman and what she's doing here.
Locked up in here when you've just been named captain.
It's just a bad storm to weather. I'm sure my friends will do everything they can to steer me out of here.
I hope so, for them as well as for you. If the trial turns out badly, you won't be able to protect them any longer. There you are. I'm glad Alvida wasn't wrong about you. And you're just in time. I'm going to need your help. The Alliance's emissary has decided to support the murder charge against you. For our young captain's sake, I've decided to defend you. I know our laws well, but I'm going to need evidence and witnesses.
What other evidence or testimonies should we look for?
Any witnesses who could give a different version of the events would be helpful. I doubt there's much physical evidence to be found, unless it was a setup. And in that case, there were most likely messages sent that you might be able to get your hands on.
The head guard mentioned a witness who alerted them and told them that we attacked those men. We tried to find out who it was, but he wouldn't tell us.
If I was being generous, I'd say it was to protect the witness, but in truth, our dear head guard hates foreigners. He's furious and frustrated that he couldn't put you in jail and had to lock Alvida up instead. If you need to find out more about this witness, and I do agree that it's a very relevant lead, then I'd recommend trying to get him drunk. He can often be found at the tavern, drowning his bitterness in ale.
Thank you for defending us.
Of course, I don't trust this emissary, and I like Alvida. I'll let you talk to your friend now. But don't forget to come back here once you've gathered enough evidence to exonerate yourselves. Once you've done that, we'll start the trial. See you later, my young friends, and good luck.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
As well as possible. Locked up in a cell. I can't complain. Since I'm a captain, I'm treated with respect. In any case, it looks like it's my turn to need help getting out of jail.
What should we do? We don't know the laws of this island.
Find witnesses. There must be some. If anyone saw what happened, they could clear up these accusations. If they take the stand and testify that these men attacked us, the charges will be dropped. Go to the Ink Mistress and speak to her, and her neighbors. It would also be interesting to find out who this famous eyewitness who warned the guards is. Whoever it is obviously lied to ensnare us in a trap. We need to find out who it is and why they did it.
On our way here, we saw a Bridge Alliance emissary speaking to the head of the guards who arrested you. I think it's the person that woman warned us about when we left the council. The men who attacked us were with her, and she will lead the prosecution.
She had to have been invited here by someone. You must find out who it was, and what she's doing here. If only you could prove she's behind it all.
We found witnesses who saw what happened.
I knew you would.
You were right. But the only person who saw the whole thing told us his testimony would be of no use.
Why? Who is it?
A carpenter. A former shipwright, if he's to be believed.
Don't say another word. I know who you're talking about. Silvio. It really does seem like the odds are stacked against us. Oh, I can't believe it. Of all the people in Yuxantis, it had to be this incompetent, murdering fool who witnessed the scene.
What did he do?
It's more a question of what didn't he do? He was a shipwright, like he told you. He was in charge of repairing ships before they set sail. My mother's ship, in particular. But he didn't do his job, whether out of laziness or negligence. At the very first storm she encountered, the ship sprang a leak and sank. I lost my mother because of him. And now you're telling me he's the only person who can prove our innocence?
I'm afraid so. The Ink Mistress only heard the fight, so her testimony won't help us much.
And this man's won't help us either. Since my mother's death, he was banned from working for the Nauts. Why do you think he became a carpenter? Nobody trusts him anymore.
Don't fail, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail. Big money, no whammies.
I understand your concern. And it's true that he's not the best witness we could hope for. But without him, we have nothing. Please, we must let him report what he saw.
Fine. But we better have more evidence, because his word won't carry much weight. Who brought the Alliance men here? And why did they attack us like that?
What should we do?
We need...
We'll keep investigating.
Thank you for your help. When you've gathered enough evidence, go find the master of the shipyard. He's offered to defend us.
Alrighty tighty.
If the head guard is a drunk, it shouldn't be too hard to find out where the witness is hiding. Let's go to the tavern and buy him a bottle. Then he'll sing like a canary.
Okie dokie. Let's see why this very obviously evil person is here.
There's the head guard. I believe the woman from the Alliance, Safia, is over there. Since she's the one who warned us, maybe she can tell us more about the emissary.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm happy to see you're back, and in one piece. When I heard there'd been a fight among foreigners, I was afraid it might be you.
It was us. Your people attacked us. The guards of this city arrived too late and they accused us. They locked Olvida up, but we were the ones they wanted to punish for defending ourselves against the Alliance.
I'm very sorry. I suspected that Zahid's presence in Yuxantis might cause problems. Is there anything I can do to help?
Where to find?
Do you know where this emissary is staying?
Since she's part of an official delegation, she must be staying at the diplomat's house. However, you'll never get her to admit her involvement just by talking to her. I'm afraid you'll have to find a more indirect method. The innkeeper here is in charge of delivering food to all the buildings where foreigners are staying. Maybe he could help you enter her quarters discreetly.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. I despise this woman and everything she stands for. I hope you can prove your innocence. Oh, I just thought of something. I don't know if this will be of any use to you, but I saw her leaving town once, which intrigued me. A diplomat who's here on official business would have no reason to go inland. I have no idea what she planned to do there, but maybe it would be worthwhile finding out.
Thank you for your help. See you later. According to Safia, the innkeeper could help us get into the diplomat's house.
You again? This tavern used to be a place you could drink in peace. Even here, these pesky foreigners seem bent on stirring up trouble.
Big diplomacy check here.
I understand that your duty sometimes requires you to do things you don't approve of. Locking up Captain Alvida over a fight between foreigners, it's infuriating.
Absolutely. You're the ones who should be in jail.
Perhaps. But if we're to defend our friend properly, we need to know everything. We need to be able to question all the witnesses, including the one who came to get you.
I don't like it. But it makes sense. Fine. It's a longshoreman from the docks. You'll find him in the warehouses. I hope you're able to remain civil when you talk to him. Otherwise, I'll find out, and it would only add to the charges.
Now we have to go to the warehouse where the false witness is to be found.
Oh god, not the docks. Docks scare me. The docks at the Bridge Alliance camp is where the game crashes. Oh no. We could improve diplomacy skills. Uh-huh. Yeah, see, I didn't get any of these doubles. Or these, the upgrades. Alright. Got the poison on there. And that. We'll reduce these, and we should be free casting some of those now. If we ever find them in our party, we'll use them. But right now, yeah. Yeah. He can do two-handed swords. It doesn't appear he can do two-handed. Why can I not see my goddamn weapons in? Bro, this UI is like horrendous. Yeah, so like I wish this would like tell me who could use this so I'm not wasting money on stuff, because like I bought it because it's a two-handed axe. And I thought that buddy here who's holding a two-handed longsword is just wield two-handed weapons. That's what would make sense. There's no fucking thing specifically for like, I don't know, man. This is a fencing weapon? Why doesn't it say that somewhere? I don't know, man. Some of this UI navigation it's something else, bro.
Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid. What'll it be?
Diplomacy. Let me deliver food to the emissary.
Is it possible to order food from you to be delivered?
We sometimes deliver meals to certain homes, in particular to Overseas House when they're entertaining. But we don't do individual deliveries, if that's what you're asking about. Those deliveries are enough of a pain. With the repairs to the wall, my cart can barely get through.
Oh, you must have your hands full here. Making deliveries must take up a lot of your time.
Tell me about it. I used to have an errand boy who took care of it, but, well, he decided to jump ship, and here I am, running all over town.
That must cost you a lot of time and money. Because you can't be behind the bar when you're out doing deliveries.
Of course. And, of course, it's always when there are the most customers.
Ugh, I understand. Now that you mention it, we were just headed to that area. We could drop off your delivery for you if you'd like.
Oh, is that so? Well, what an opportunity. Don't move, I'll bring it to you right away. You're doing me a huge favor.
Okay. I guess I'm delivering it to the emissary apartments. Oh boy. I mean, realistically, I could probably talk my way through that trial already.
You'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Are you lost? Do you need directions?
Delivering food.
Food to this house. The tavern keeper sent us.
He usually makes his own deliveries. What's up with him?
He asked us to lend him a hand. He said he had too much work to leave his counter.
No. We've been trying to persuade him to hire some help for months. Okay, go ahead. Just leave it all in the hallway. The clerks will take care of the rest.
It doesn't say like restricted or anything, so I wonder if I just like straight up have full reign here. Minus 50% threat. Actually, is that a thing? Why? Room key. That's diplomacy and mechanism. Wait, hang on. Why do I feel like this should be higher?
Ugh, I can't do it.
I got the key.
Ugh, I can't do it.
There's a key needed. Missive and report from the emissary. Sir, I am pursuing the missions that you entrusted to me as quickly as possible. You'll be pleased to hear that they're moving in the right direction. We'll deliver the weapons to the right place at the right time without incident and for the amount that you agreed upon. As we suspect, some Nauts are much less cautious about national contracts when there's sufficient money at stake. As for our friend, Dr. Asili, he'll receive delivery in Hikmet of all the ingredients he requested, however odd they might be. As for my mission, it's also going well. It so happens that some natives from Tier 4D are visiting the island, which will make my task much easier. I'll let you know more about it as soon as it's settled, but you can count on me, faithfully yours. Letter from the Admiral. We're delighted to welcome you to the island and vouch for you. As a matter of you to share more than justify your visit, you'll be given accommodations in the House of Foreigners, which is reserved for diplomats. I look forward to meeting you. I'm sorry to learn that your mission has forced you to deal with those uncouth seamen. And I confess I find it hard to imagine you having to dirty your boots in a common camp in the windy and muddy hinterland of their island. I suppose that's what it takes to appease the great man. But I can't wait until we no longer have to sneak around like pitiful conspirators and everyone can at last see the greatness of our plans. The general will save us from all the degeneration that's afflicting this new generation. He'll restore our nation to its former glory, but I digress. Forgive me. I hardly need preach to the converted. You have my full support in challenges you're facing. Remember that it's all for the best.
There's a report here that the emissary hasn't yet sent, as well as a few letters. I should take the time to read them carefully. The emissary mentioned some business she had someplace inland. We should try to find out precisely where.
Notes from the emissary for the preparation of the trial. The legal system being different to my own, I must be cautious, avoiding any mistakes, and remember to consult a book on this subject. However, it seems to me that a frontal attack should suffice to throw off these savages and longshoremen. Duarte and his testimony will be enough to do the rest. I must just make sure that imbecile doesn't budge from the warehouse on the port in which he works. He's not the most courageous type, and it probably wouldn't take much for him to run screaming for the hills. The judges are the admirals and the librarian. Admiral Barcelos, our guarantor, should prove to be of support, but Admiral Cabral seems to hold justice as well as his role here in extremely high esteem. As for the librarian, the strange old man, he'll mainly serve as the bailiff, if I've understood correctly, is therefore above all Cabral, whom I must win over to my cause.
These are the emissary's notes. They were used to prepare for a trial. The identity and location of the witness we met are in here. Ugh, I can't do it. We need a key.
Fuck you.
Ugh, I can't do it.
Not even worth it. Yet again. You know, the witness works in the warehouse at the docks. We can go get him. And we need to find out what's out there in the wild.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Bro, I'm not even trying to go down like creepy back streets. I just want to get to the place, but the route is so convoluted. Really? Said bro works at the warehouse on the docks. Like, what? Why did they make such a big search space?
This door is locked.
Oh.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to...
Dress like workers.
I'm sorry for what happened to you and Captain Alvida, but I can't help you. It's up to you to prove your innocence.
This is a schedule of the guard's patrols. One of them has been marked as being absent this evening.
What's up? You mind if I break in your shit? Oh my god, it worked. Docking logbook. Dense logbook is cover worn over time. Yeah. Okay. Random door block. Key to the Harbor Master's archives. Don't mind me, lady.
I don't have the key. This door is locked. Ugh, I can't do it.
Can I get out of here this way? Nice. Not sure where the archive is. There's no way it's this, right? That'd be way too OP.
The key to open this door. Ugh, I can't do it.
I don't know who would have the uniforms. Start with the blacksmith, I guess.
Have you made up your mind?
Disguises. No. Can't do it like that. Holy. What happened to that shark? I think got owned. Ew, it's like bleeding in the water. Shop, raw materials guy, alchemist. I mean, I get the strong feeling neither of them would have what I'm looking for, but doesn't hurt to try. Buy something. Disguises. Nope. says he sells raw materials.
Come to.
My guess is you as well wouldn't have disguises.
We'll leave you.
So at this particular junction, I don't know where one would get them. So it's like there. Head out into the wilderness. Oh yeah, I love this world map. That is super duper useful for finding anything. Yeah, they went way more not autistic, artistic than they did like substance for this one. Let's find this camp. Monkeys. Fuck those monkeys. One up there. Right now I'm just seeing where everything is. Oh, lighthouse. Oh, shit. Oh, that would be for old girl.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. Look out! Guards!
Is anybody there?
Let's... Show them what... we're made of.
My armor is now useless!
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Ahoy! Is anybody there? Oh, hey! Deck! We're under attack!
Let's show them what we're made of.
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
Nah.
My armor is broken!
Oh shit. He was not in stance. Cool. Buddy. Actually, no, don't switch it just yet.
May the shadows crush you!
My armor is now useless!
Double heal. Let's do okay. Let's power yourself up. Do that. And you more shield breaking. Go with this. And then oh shit. Buddy. You getting your ass beat. Ooh, yeah. Knock this fucker over. Fuck these dudes. Who cares if the area is restricted when I have free reign, bitch? Is this the chest? There it is. Compromising documents. Acknowledgement of sums paid, signed by Duarte and Zahida. I, the undersigned Duarte, acknowledge having received the sum of 600 coins in exchange for this sum. When told to do so, I am to report to the guard telling them of an attack I witnessed. The attack I report must be conducted by The attack I report must have been conducted by Tierfordian savages against men of the Alliance. Men of the Alliance. In the case that the men of the Alliance succumb to the attack, I undertake to testify against the savages at their trial in exchange for a further 500 coins. Sir, in order to erase the Nauts' compassion for these savages, I've arranged for a small party of Tierfordians to be ambushed by a few men from my retinue on the island. I paid a man who was to testify that my men were savagely attacked. I admit that I hoped they would be killed. I admit that I hoped that they would be killed, thereby wrapping up the case with this testimony, especially since I've spread as many rumors as possible about the deadliness of the savages. Alas, and no doubt thanks to the help of a few people from the continent and their party, my men died. However, the man I paid has already undertaken to testify in this case. His testimony should settle the matter. I have no doubt that my indictment will touch the Nauts enough to erase their fondness for the Tierfordians, and that they shall continue to transport them to Olama on board their ships, or at least not revolt should we have to eliminate those who resist us.
This is some sort of contract between the emissary and Duarte, the false witness. It's all very clear. She paid him to alert the head guard and to tell him he'd seen us attacking the others. There's even a bonus fee for going to trial. There is also a note, undoubtedly for a future report. It explains the entire plan. I should read it in more detail. This could turn the tables at the trial.
Alright, well, I don't really know how to get, I don't really know how to get the uniform to get back there, so I think I'm just gonna start the trial, bro. Let's find this camp. Monkeys. Fuck those monkeys. One up there. Right now I'm just seeing where everything is. Oh, lighthouse. Oh, shit. Oh, that would be for old girl.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. Guards!
Ahoy! Is anybody there?
Let's... Show them what... we're made of.
My armor is now useless.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Ahoy! Is anybody there? Oh, hey! Deck! We're under attack!
Let's show them what we're made of! Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
Nah. Go on it. Yup. Yup.
My armor is broken!
Oh shit. He was not in stance. Cool. Buddy. Actually, no, don't switch it just yet.
May the shadows crush you!
My armor is now useless!
Double heal. Let's do okay. Power yourself up. Do that. And you more shield breaking. Go with this. And then holy shit. Buddy. You're getting your ass beat. Ooh, yeah. Knock this fucker over. Fuck these dudes. Who cares if the area is restricted when I have free reign, bitch? Just a chest. Here There it is. Compromising documents. Acknowledgement of sums paid, signed by Duarte and Zahida. I, the undersigned Duarte, acknowledge having received a sum of 600 coins in exchange for this sum. When told to do so, I am to report to the guard telling them of an attack I witnessed. The attack I report must be conducted by The attack I report must have been conducted by Tierfordian savages against men of the Alliance. Excuse me, men of the Alliance. In the case that the men of the Alliance succumb to the attack, I undertake to testify against the savages at their trial in exchange for a further 500 coins. Sir, in order to erase the Nauts' compassion for these savages, I've arranged for a small party of Tierfordians to be ambushed by a few men from my retinue on the island. I paid a man who was to testify that my men were savagely attacked. I admit that I hoped they would be killed. I admit that I hoped that they would be killed, thereby wrapping up the case with this testimony, especially since I've spread as many rumors as possible about the deadliness of the savages. Alas, and no doubt thanks to the help of a few people from the continent and their party, my men died. However, the man I paid has already undertaken to testify in this case. His testimony should settle the matter. I have no doubt that my indictment will touch the Nauts enough to erase their fondness for the Tierfordians, and that they shall continue to transport them to Olama on board their ships, or at least not revolt should we have to eliminate those who resist us in the island.
This is some sort of contract between the emissary and Duarte, the false witness. It's all very clear. She paid him to alert the head guard and to tell him he'd seen us attacking the others. There's even a bonus fee for going to trial. There's also a note, undoubtedly for a future report. It explains the entire plan. I should read it in more detail. This could turn the tables at the trial.
Alright, well, I don't really know how to get, I don't really know how to get the uniform to get back there, so I think I'm just gonna start the trial, bro. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna go back, start the trial. I think I have to get out of this place. Also, I don't know what those little marks are on the dead people. Bro, there's shit. So much of this game, it's just so sloppy. Like, what is the symbol on those guys? I couldn't interact with them. Okay.
There you are. Any news? Preparations are underway on my side, but without your help, I'll have trouble defending you.
We found 2 witnesses who could vouch for us. The ink mistress, who heard the scene though she couldn't see it, and the carpenter who witnessed the whole thing. However, the carpenter warned us that his word would carry little weight.
What can the ink mistress report?
That she heard one of the men from the Bridge Alliance insult us before the attack.
So that contradicts the idea that this was an unwarranted attack, but it doesn't justify murder. And this carpenter?
He witnessed the whole thing and can confirm our innocence. But he told us that his testimony wouldn't help us.
I know who you're talking about, and he's not wrong. His past actions mean he's hardly credible. And his support for Alvida could easily be called into question. So if I were you, I'd think twice before putting him on the stand. It would be better to find other evidence or find the prosecution's infamous witness before going to trial.
We discovered that the emissary has a hideout outside the city where she carried out business deals. She had documents there proving beyond doubt that she was behind the whole thing.
I suspected as much. But why would she do that?
So that the Nauts would have no sympathy for my people. That they would think we are savages, and would have no second thoughts about participating in our destruction.
It's horrifying, and I'm furious at the idea that someone could have tried to manipulate our people in this way. This emissary won't get away with it, I promise.
I don't know anything about your justice system. What will happen during the trial?
Everything takes place in the Admiral's Council Chamber, which you've already visited. The prosecution, represented by the Alliance's emissary, will present their evidence and their witnesses. We'll be able to cross-examine them, of course, and I'll follow your instructions. Then we'll present our own evidence and witnesses, so all you have to do is tell me who to call and what to present. The witnesses and evidence will be cross-examined by the emissary, who will do everything in her power to find weaknesses in them. Finally, the Council will present its decision, which will hopefully be in our favor.
What are the consequences if we lose?
As a rule, we don't sentence foreigners to death. It would be too risky since we're too dependent on our wealthy clients. But since you're accused of murder, you could end up in jail for a long time, or banished from Yuxantis for life if you're lucky. For Alvida, things are a little different. Although it's rare for a Naut to be sentenced to death for the murder of a foreigner. But if we lose, she'll lose everything. Her rank, her freedom. I hope it doesn't come to that.
We think we're ready for the trial.
Are you sure? Once the trial is started, there's no turning back.
Yes. We found everything there is to find.
Very well. I'm going to finish the preparations. I'll meet you in the Council's chambers. In the meantime, tell me in detail about everything you found, and give me all the evidence and the names of witnesses. And don't forget, it's up to you to tell me who to call and what to show during the trial.
Defendants, take your seats. The trial is about to begin. We are gathered here before Admirals Cabral and Barcelos. I shall be representing the inhabitants of this island. Our aim is to clarify the events that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's workshop, which led to the deaths of several of the Bridge Alliance emissaries' escorts. The emissary will represent the prosecution. Is the emissary here and ready to present her arguments?
I am. And I will prove, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that these savages murdered my escort and brought chaos to this island.
The defendants are Captain Alvida and the group of foreigners who are her guests. They are represented by the master of the shipyard.
We are also ready.
Very well. The prosecution has the floor.
Your honors, Nauts, I come here to seek justice for the lives of my men who were murdered on your streets. And I will prove to you that these savages are the killers.
Please explain how your men ended up in this part of town, when they were supposed to be part of your escort.
I'd given them the afternoon off, So I assume they were sightseeing. That's when they were attacked by these islanders and their companions.
Why would they do that?
Because they're savages. Ever since my people first set foot on Tir Fredi, we witnessed nothing but savagery. They constantly reject any form of progress. They kill people, massacre them if need be, and then pass themselves off as victims. They lure far more sophisticated people into their nets and make them pay for their crimes. Which explains why these eminent representatives of other peoples from the continent, as well as Captain Alvida, are here.
This whole speech sounds like an indictment, but you haven't provided any evidence.
This is true. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to call?
I do. I call Longshoreman Duarte to the stand. Duarte, can you tell us what you saw that day?
I was on my way to the market when I saw this group leaving the Ink Mistress's workshop. This other group of Bridge Alliance folks were strolling through the neighborhood. They seemed to be visiting the sites. That's when that woman, the islander from Tir Fredi, lunged at them, screaming with her weapon drawn. The others looked surprised but followed suit, so I ran to get the guard. When I saw the head guard on patrol, I told him what was going on.
This eyewitness statement is abundantly clear. If it hadn't been for this savage's violent attack, my men would still be alive. And the captain wouldn't have been thrown in jail. Once again, these monsters, these beasts have proved that they are uncontrollable, and one of your sisters is paying for it.
She's trying to provoke you. Don't take the bait.
Do you have any further questions for your witness?
No, I have no further questions. The situation seems perfectly clear as it is.
Does the defense wish to question the witness?
This testimony will carry a lot of weight. Would you like me to say something?
You should use the document we found. The one that proves that this witness was paid off for his lies.
I do have a few questions.
The witness is yours.
You say you saw the defendants attack the Alliance men in front of the Ink Mistress's workshop?
Yes, Master. Well, first the savage, then the others.
That's surprising, because you see, I have here a document that promises you a substantial sum of money in exchange for a service.
I sometimes do favors, yes, but
The service in question is described in detail. You are asked to alert the head guard of an attack by a native from Tir Fredi. You are also asked to testify about this attack in court, should you be called upon to do so. Were you paid to alert the head guard and then to testify here about an attack you didn't actually see?
Yes.
Objection! We've never seen this document before. If someone manipulated our witness, we don't know anything about it.
Is that so? And yet it has your signature on it.
Then it must be a forgery. Someone used my name to tarnish my reputation, and that of the Alliance. This is surely a setup organized by those savages.
We're going to take a very close look at this document, Emissary. I hope for your sake that it's a forgery. Our Master Librarian is a handwriting specialist, so he'll have no trouble getting to the bottom of this.
It shall be done. But in any case, since the witness has admitted to having been bribed, his testimony is no longer admissible.
How dare you bear false witness before the council? This is unforgivable for a Naut. Throw him in jail.
Now that the prosecution has presented its evidence and witnesses, it's time for the defense to present its case.
It's our turn now. What would you like us to present first? I call the Ink Mistress to the stand. Can you tell us what happened during the attack in front of your workshop?
I was inside my workshop at the time of the attack, and unfortunately, I didn't see the fight.
That's a very useful testimony.
The prosecution will refrain from commenting until the floor is opened. Continue, Mistress.
I didn't see anything, but I did hear what happened. I clearly heard someone shouting something before the fighting started.
Can you tell us what was shouted?
Not entirely, but I distinctly heard the words savage and traitor.
It was the native who was shouting as she threw herself at my men.
No, I didn't recognize the voice. It wasn't any of the defendants. It was a different voice. What's more, I'd like to add that the defendants were thoughtful, not the savages they've been made out to be.
Thank you, Mistress. It seems clear that the attack was preceded by insults that were proffered by the emissary's men. This contradicts her version of the events.
I don't believe a word of it.
Madam, we have tolerated your repeated interruptions, despite our request to respect the protocol. But we will not tolerate you questioning the word of an eminent figure on our island. Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
No, I have no questions for the venerable mistress.
Would you like to call Silvio the Carpenter to testify?
I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I'll let you decide.
I don't know this island well enough. So, I'll take Alvida's advice. We'd better not call him to the stand.
Although his testimony is the most complete, I agree with you.
Does the defense have any other witnesses to call?
I was thinking of calling Alvida to the stand. You were all witnesses, but her word carries more weight here than yours. What do you think?
Call Alvida. She can testify for us all.
I'm more than willing to answer your questions, and those of this snake.
I call the defendant, Captain Alvida, to the stand. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what happened that day, in your own words?
My name is Captain Alvida. I had just received my new ink when it happened.
Can you remind the court of what you did to earn this new rank?
I sailed from the coast of Tynea to Yuxantis in a fisherman's skiff.
A true feat. Please continue.
We barely set foot outside the Ink Mistress's shop when a group of Alliance men approached. One of them shouted at us that we were savages and traitors to our people, and that they were going to show us our true place. Then they attacked us. Fortunately, we were able to defeat them. It was only then that the head guard arrived. He wanted to arrest everyone, and you stopped him. So, I was the only one who was taken to jail, since my friends here were my guests.
Thank you, Captain. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
Of course. Captain, are you sure your savage friend here didn't attack my men before you had time to see it? You wouldn't be the first person to trust in these animals and be betrayed by them.
I'm absolutely certain that the events took place just as I described them. And please don't compare my friend to an animal.
Your attachment to defending this wretch proves her hold over you. She's turned you into his puppet, to the point where you're willing to lie for her.
Enough. I won't let you attack a witness when you're suspected of having paid off yours.
I have no further questions.
Master, we have no further witnesses.
We shall now proceed to show our evidence.
We would now like to present some evidence that has come to light in the course of our investigation.
Evidence? Evidence of what?
Emissary, the defense has the floor. Please allow the master of the shipyard to present his case.
We would like to present this report, which was found in a hideout, where this very emissary was participating in suspicious activities.
How dare you? What kind of scandalous accusation is that?
Explain yourself, master of the shipyard. It is highly unusual to describe the person representing the prosecution in this manner.
How else can I describe the activities that required the emissary to travel to an obscure cabin in the inland territory? Not to mention the fact that this report describes these activities in great detail.
Lies! Lies and more lies! An outrageous forgery!
Let the defense continue.
The emissary and her men were obviously making deals with some of our more law-averse Nauts to smuggle contraband.
For shame. Master, I'm counting on you to give us these documents so that we can find the culprits.
Yes. We won't let a few bad apples spoil the guild's reputation.
And just how did you find this obviously forged report?
You may ask your questions when the defense has finished. Carry on, master of the shipyard.
In addition to the highly instructive explanations of their smuggling activities, these documents also include a very important element that is of interest in these proceedings. The attack is clearly planned out in detail. The head guard was to be alerted as soon as it took place. If the Alliance men were able to kill the natives, the captain and her companions, then the testimony of the longshoreman and the head guard was to have cleared them of any suspicion. If not, well, we've all seen how the rest of the plan was to play out.
Nonsense! This is unacceptable!
Why would the emissary have planned such a dire scheme that would surely put the lives of her men at risk?
The report is very clear on this point. The aim was to decidedly tarnish the natives' reputation.
He said she hoped they died.
Some are starting to raise their voices here against what's happening in Tier 4D, especially concerning the deportation of the natives. If we all thought the natives were savages and beasts, we'd have fewer scruples about dealing with them. Wouldn't we?
That's exactly what they are!
That's
Animals.
enough, ma'am! How dare you!
We will study this report carefully. And if it proves to be true, you'll be the one to answer for it.
Master, do you have any further evidence to submit?
No. We have nothing further to present to the court.
Give us the verdict. I mean, I feel like we're pretty good.
We have nothing more to add.
The defense has presented all of its evidence and will now defer to the council's judgment.
In that case, we will now take leave to deliberate.
Can't I plead my case?
If you were hoping to make a case for your ideas, you should know that's not how things work around here. The witnesses and the evidence are presented, and anyone can examine and refute them, but the final decision is the council's. We'll return once a unanimous decision has been made. The council has come to a decision, and I'll let Admiral Cabral announce the verdict.
Here we go.
From the evidence that was presented, we have come to the conclusion that the defendants are...
Let's go.
This is a travesty. Silence. We don't have enough evidence to prove your responsibility in this tragic affair. However, we shall keep a close eye on you from now on, so you'll have a Naut escort with you at all times. I advise you to finish your business here quickly and return to Tynea as soon as possible. And don't even think about troubling our exonerated guests again.
The council has ruled, and the court is adjourned.
You're free and may do as you please until you're ready to board your ship, Captain. Despite the trial, I've had the shipyard working on it, and it'll be ready to sail with the tide tomorrow.
Captain, I know what you think of me. what everyone thinks of me. But could I have a word with you?
What is it?
I hear you're looking for your mother's logbook. I know where it is.
Is that so? How could you possibly know that?
I'll tell you when the time comes, but not here. Meet me at the tavern when you're done.
I don't trust you, Silvio, but I'll come. It would be wrong not to hear you out at least once.
There it is. Was that 2 levels or 1? Let's hard save first. Oh, it's just the one. Adios. All right, wait for Alvida's new ship to be ready.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for getting me out of there. I'm sorry that even here, you've once again been victim to the Alliance's evil schemes. But I'll get you home. I swore I would do it, and I shall. Tomorrow, we'll have a ship. And even if I can't take you to Tier 4D straight away, it's a first step.
Why do we not leave now? You say you want to take us home, but in the next breath, you tell us we have to wait.
Because this kind of expedition is incredibly expensive. Sailing to Tier 4D takes months and costs a fortune. You're going to need a protector. A patron. But don't look at me. I don't have a coin to my name. My family does, though.
I know someone who wants to go home, too.
Not in the least. I'm very happy to be here with you. You're far less dangerous than my uncle.
We can choose our destination once we're aboard the ship. In the meantime, we can take a break at the tavern or go for a walk. Anything you like. As long as there are no bars on the windows.
Wait. I'm sorry. I overheard your conversation. I'd like to accompany you. Even if I have to wait, I'd like to go to Tier 4D with you.
There are enough of your people on our island already.
And you can surely find another ship. The Alliance regularly funds crossings to Hikmet.
That's true. I could probably find backing for a map-making mission, but I'd have to make compromises I'm not willing to make with people I despise. Please, let me prove that not all of my people are manipulators and forces of destruction.
She did warn us and helped us with the framing, and having an ally in the Alliance could be useful.
The best I can do is to offer to let you come aboard my ship. Whether or not you can be a part of our group is a decision that's for the others to make.
Okay. Am I supposed to go to the inn? Yeah. Where's bro? The upstairs?
Alvida left for the port at dawn. She couldn't wait to set foot aboard her new ship. Are we going to meet her?
Get out of there, you coward! Give me my money back! Get out of there, you coward! Give me my money back!
There you are. I'm happy to see you out of that courtroom and cleared of those ridiculous accusations. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.
Well, what do you think of my ship? It's quite the change from that old skiff. This one even has a cabin.
Yes, it is a fine vessel. But when will you take us back?
As soon as I can pay the crew and stock the old with food for the trip.
My family would certainly be able to finance the journey, especially since it would be an opportunity for them to compete with the Dorsays. They're a rival family who rule over the cities of Serene and New Serene. Come to think of it, they too could finance our trip, I suppose. They certainly have the means.
That would entail going to Peren, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind going there too. There's someone there I need to see.
Really? Someone from Teleme, I presume?
Yes, a man of the cloth who might be able to help me get home. A certain Father Cardinal Pius.
I've heard of him. A charming old man who lives like a monk, I believe.
Yes, he's a priest and the Teleme ambassador. He can help me get home, but his influence could also be useful in getting your expedition financed.
Yes, I've heard of him. Well, having the backing of influential people is rarely a bad thing. My family is going to be thrilled when they hear about my exploits in Alima.
As for me, I'd like to go back to Iskiara. We left behind a giant, rampaging creature, and I hate to think what might happen to the locals and my companions. We can't just leave this beast to wander around. We have to find out what happened after our timely getaway. And since it's not possible to dock in Dooten, this will bring me as close as possible.
That's a lot of destinations to choose from. We'll have to choose just one. So, where are we headed?